Any question? If no question, then I continue. We look at those 4 highlighted roles. The role of information technology. I start with the first one. The first one, we say there are 4 roles which have been highlighted for us. It enables new processes. IT tools help facilitate project management. Then it helps working closely together, that is about teamwork. And also it integrates businesses. We start with the first role, number 1. IT enables new processes. And based on what we had said at the introduction, we can adopt the aspects of BPR, that is fundamental rethinking, radical redesigning, and dramatic improvement without engaging technology. You can only do those things through implementation of technology. And therefore, to say we are improving business processes, we have to employ use of technology. Applying new technology and keeping processes are the same can make business.
Excuse Elizabeth,
Yes,
can you allow Debbie Atong is raising hand? You can allow her raise some concern if she has.
please go ahead.
Debbie, unmute and say whatever you want to say.
Okay,
Yes,
she talked about how machines are challenging and they are being translated. How are the machines translated?
I talked about transition.
Mm-hmm.
Transition
Mm-hmm.
is that
I didn't
scenario,
understand that point. Yeah.
the transition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking of when we are migrating from the existing technology to the new technology.
Okay.
If you are not planning it carefully, you might bring the business to a standstill. So you need to look at the new system, how it's compatible with the existing systems, so that the transition, that migration is smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. Another question?
No.
Somebody else who needs clarification? And also something else to make that transition smooth is training. You need to train people to understand it. Not every time challenges are inborn with the system. Other times challenges are inborn with the people because they have incapabilities. They don't know what to do. So if you train, you are also able to overcome issues of transiting to the new system. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So we look at that first role, that IT enables new processes. And I said, for us to achieve the fundamental basics of BPR, where we are talking of fundamental rethinking, radical redesigning, dramatic improvement, we really need to be impressed with technology. It is the only enabler which will enable business processes change and achieve improvements. And business process improvement can occur when new technology is adopted and employees become familiar with its potential. That way, we are able to exploit the system and make maximum use of the available system. This usually might take longer time based on how the system is complicated, but if we are able to adopt through training, through empowering exposure, once employees are comfortable with such changes, then it is possible for business process improvement to occur. Now, we look at how we can enable business processes through technology, how we can enable business, or we can enable process improvement or enable new business processes through use of technology. How do we do that? Number one, you can do that by knowing the product and its potential. So here you look at, understand your product, especially the people who deal with manufacturing, the operators of the system. You have to understand this product. When I say understand the product, I refer to aspects of specific characteristics of the product in terms of form, shape, ingredients, how this product is supposed to be made, specifications as indicated by the customers. Please, wine, put your hand down. You are still raising it up. Wine, Millie, put your hand down. Or you have another question? So we are saying we have to make sure we know the product and its potential. That way we are able to translate that product into the language of machines, because we know the product to capacity. That way we are able to put that across to the new technology. So we are able to make maximum efficient use of the available technology because we know the product and its potential. But if now you have some aspects of your product you don't know, how will you be able to enable the process to flow? It can only happen if you know the product and its potential. The other thing which will enable us make use of new technology to improve our processes or enable our new processes is being able also to understand, the system, the process themselves. So business processes get created because employees are trying to do the best they can with the resources they have. So given a certain process, a certain system, and you are not understanding how it functions, you will always have challenges in making a process work. So one way is to understand your processes, what it entails, how it should be done, how long it takes, what are its capabilities, and therefore you can make a change to happen because you know how to utilize all the potentialities of the process. The other way is to create an ongoing follow-up. Basically, creating an ongoing follow-up is where we undertake in aspects of control. We monitor the way we are doing things.
Elizabeth, you can allow Miss Jerry as something. She has raised her hand. Miss Jerry, and
Go ahead. Go ahead, please. Jerry.
She has raised the hand, so you progress. Huh?
And I think it's good you ask the question after. I will always give a section for questions so that we don't have interruptions. After I finish presenting a subtopic, I give time. That way we clarify. So I was saying we create an ongoing follow-up whereby we monitor, we keep track of what is happening, we identify where there are gaps, and then we improve on those gaps. Through tracking, through monitoring, we are able to know whether we are on track, whether we are doing what is expected. And where we deviate, we take corrective action. Also, create an enthusiasm. Now, this is whereby you are making it easier for people to have a positive attitude in terms of using new technology. People to be motivated, people to share information so that you can create, I would say, a cohesive working environment whereby people are able to share, people are able to exploit to the full potential. And in case they come across problems, they are able to resolve those challenges and move on. The last bit is about implementation. Implementation is where you put the plans into action. All that what you have identified, please implement. Put it on the ground. Action all those changes you are identifying. Don't forget what you reviewed, where you found a gap. Always put it into action. Implement that. That way you are able to improve or change processes based on the technology being implemented. So don't keep on postponing, put it into practice. So those are some of the ways we can enable new processes and advance this role of IT in BPR. We've identified 5 ways. We've said we know our products and their potential. Also understand the systems, the processes, the way you do things. Then create an ongoing follow-up, that is to track progress. Also motivate people, create an enthusiasm, and then implement. You put into action all those lessons you have identified. Any question now? Any question now? Yes? Point of clarification? Suggestion? Okay. No question. We can proceed. And we are saying that for us to enable IT in enabling new processes, factors that are important for this success are, number one, for you to achieve all that what we discussed, enabling new processes, we need to look at the team composition. Somebody to control their mic. All right. I was saying, for us to achieve this aspect of enabling new processes, there are important factors we need to consider to ensure success of those new processes. Number one, we need to look at the team. How is the team composed of? The BPR team. You need the team to have people who are qualified, people who know what they are doing, so that they understand the products, they understand the systems, they are able to manage relationships within the work, and they have the expertise to do the work. 2 is about business needs analysis. Here we also consider what needs to be done. What are those specific aspects of business which need to be carried out? Here we also address the goals and objectives of the organization. Again, we require adequate IT infrastructure. 4, effective change management. That is very key. People most of the time are resistant to change, especially when we introduce new things. So for us to say we have improved new processes, we need to manage change and make people positive so that they are not resisting new changes. And lastly, is ongoing continuous improvement. This is the philosophy for operations management. At the end of the day, you have a customer to delight. So you need to sustain that activity of continuous improvement. Down there, we have some reasons why we might not make maximum use of business processes, what might make us not enable new processes, what might make the business not achieve on this role of IT of enabling new processes. There are some of the reasons there. You can see them there. One department may be optimized at the expense of the other. Lack of time to focus on improving business processes. Also, lack of recognition of the extent of the problem. Lack of skills, lack of training. People who don't have the necessary skills. Inadequate infrastructure. Other issues of leadership, bureaucratic processes, and also lack of motivation. Those might bring down achievements on that function of enabling new processes. I want to go to the second role which has been highlighted, that IT tools help facilitate project management. In my notes, it's written number 1. It should be number 2. Please change that. IT tools help facilitate project management. So this is the second role. The second role of IT, we've looked at that IT enables new processes. Now we look at how IT tools facilitate project management. And remember, whenever we are undertaking operations, day-to-day affairs of the business, we always employ projects. Projects enable us to achieve objectives of operations management, the daily routines of the business. So to say, we are even implementing a new process that is a project on its own. We normally say a project has several interrelated activities. Activities with definite starting time and definite completion time. And we always undertake these activities to achieve specific objectives. At the end of the day, something needs to be achieved, something needs to be done. So we undertake projects in operations, in processes to enable us achieve milestones, those activities. At the end of the day, we do them to achieve a given objective. So how does IT contribute to this project management? When we use the term project management, it is making sure we are able to plan and control the various activities of a project to achieve those objectives. And 3 key objectives are observed in project management. We need to achieve projects within their specified time. So there is the objective of time management. Again, resources management. So you have to make the project fit the set budget. You are not going overboard. And at the end of the day, this project, the outputs must have the required level of quality. So those are the 3 things we work at the end of the day to achieve. So we employ aspects of management to project to achieve those objectives. So we plan, we control, we coordinate, we do all those functions of management to the various activities so that we manage the objective of time, objective of budget, that is cost, and quality of the end results. So without IT in project management, those who commission projects or those who manage the projects will have a lot of difficulties in managing how the work is to be organized, because projects have those defined schedules, defined completion time. Again, there will be a lot of confusion in the project, and therefore IT enables activities, enables projects to be completed on time, within acceptable time, and also quality aspects, the technical aspects, especially for large projects. So with IT, project management will be well guided, it will be well controlled, activities will be well managed, and also the output will be as per the expectations. We are saying there, every project has some defined principles which need to be identified and which are so key in achieving successful projects. Those principles are, number one, projects have finite process with the definite start and a definite heading time. Also, projects always need to be managed in order to be successful, and therefore, for us to achieve the outcomes of a given project, we need to engage information technology so that we avoid aspects of project failure. Sometimes work is done and completed at the set time, but you realize one of the objectives of project management, maybe quality was compromised. Therefore, we will say, yes, the project was done on time, but it was a failure. It was not successful. Now, with engaging IT, we are able to do all those things. We are able to check how the work is being done. We are able to do checks for quality during development phases of the project. Also, we are able to define the requirements of the output. We are able to achieve excellent communication with the various stakeholders of the project. Also, we are able to define the specific project activities which must be done, which must be set in terms of resource requirements. All that kind of planning can only be undertaken with use of IT. Again, we undertake estimation of durations. You know, you are planning. You also set the budget before undertaking the project work. All that can only be managed with better use of information technology and eliminating the aspects of traditional planning, which might bring about a lot of inefficiencies in project management. So lack of quality control, which will affect delivery of the right products, is normally eliminated. It's normally managed through use of IT, And again, when we engage use of IT in project management, we are able to reap several benefits. Benefits of delivery on speed, keeping on track, we are able to carry out control, we are able to build on experience, we can rely on historical findings of what we have been doing before. Again, communication is transparent. We're able to read from one page, ensuring everyone knows what is expected, when it is supposed to be done, how and where. Again, there are aspects of risk management. Through use of IT, we are able to apply these concepts in managing various risks, which are always present in any project. So we are able to undertake thorough risk management. We are able to proactively accommodate change, unexpected events in the project through application of IT. So those are some of the benefits. There are quite a number in the notes. There are several. We are also saying there is active involvement of users and stakeholders throughout the project activities. Also, there is formal recognition of responsibilities within the project, which focus on project delivery. There is also the aspect of flexible decision making to make sure any change is well accommodated. There is also automatic management control of any deviations from the plan, or that enables the project to achieve its objectives. It enables the project to make sure that it is completed on the set time within the cost budget, and also it delivers on expected level of quality in the final output of the product. So those are some of the contributions of IT in project management. Any question? Any question? Hello? Hello? Are you still there? Tuko pamoja? All right. We look at function number 3. Function number 3, we are looking at how IT or information technology helps working closely together. So in short, it is how IT brings people together, how we are able to work as a team. And so in short, we are saying it encourages teamwork. So technology can be applied in so many ways. There is the aspect of communication. Like now, we are in different locations, but we are here together in a meeting. We are here sharing, discussing. This is only possible through use of IT. Imagine we are able to do our classes, but we are at our different locations. So through use of communication softwares, teams are able to work together. Although it might be costly, but also it has its advantages. It saves time. So through use of advanced technology, solution for businesses of all sizes, communication, the video conferencing, all those, you know them, the Zoom, the Google Meet, they enable team productivity because of ease of communication. Number 2, through IT, there is an organized workflow within project management or task management softwares. What are we saying? We are saying through use of information technology, there is a better management of workflow. You have a definite, I would say, an organized, definite course of action. How processes can be interlinked, how work can be coordinated from the input, from the raw materials to the final product. So you can manage, you can control that process, how work flows, so that you are able to optimize team productivity. Also, you are able to engage on collaborations and move ahead together, staying organized. The other way, we manage working closely together through use of IT is through aspects of tracking, use of tracking tools, use of monitoring tools, also evaluation tools. They are able to make sure you are able to optimize your productivity. That way, working together to achieve as a team. If we are able to track what is happening, we are able to measure what is happening, we are able to improve on it, then we read from one page. Hence, we are able to improve on productivity and also enhance productivity. Through such tracking, we really eliminate aspects of time wastage and also resource wastage. So you are able to manage, you're able to track what is happening. And in case of gaps, you are also able to implement the same. The other way is through aspects of being organized. Through IT tools, you are able to make sure that the workplace is well organized. When we say we are organized, we have an order of doing things in a defined way, in a defined course of action. So the work environment is well organized through use of information technology tools. And if we are organized, this also contributes to teamwork and also personal productivity. So you eliminate aspects of disorganization at the workplace. You make it to be streamlined and so organized, and therefore this improves on productivity. Another way is through flexibility. With use of information technology, there are so many alternatives. We are flexible. You can do several things at the same time. You are also able to get instant feedback, allowing you to compare different things because of use of information technology. You can be able to compare performance of different branches. That way you bring people to same level of operation, and then team productivity and also personal performance. Also, there is the aspect of coordination. When we employ use of IT, we are able to make sure that there is coordination. We are coordinating activities, we are coordinating work, we are able to read from one page. Coordination, we move on together, we are not wasting time, there are no conflicts, there are no misunderstandings. Any question? Any question? I want to look at the last role of IT is highlighted in our syllabus, and that is IT helps to integrate businesses. When we talk about integration, it's about being able to apply several processes, being able to effectively respond to customer needs. So we are saying there, ICT makes businesses more efficient, more effective, and promptly respond to the customer's needs. ICT can assist business activities, including designing, manufacturing, research and design, distribution, sales, and feedback. Again, with the use of ICT, we can decrease the demand for face-to-face communication, and this results in greater dispersion of economic activity. Now, which are some of the ways we can help to integrate businesses? IT helps to integrate businesses through, number one, communication with the customers, as the case with the teams. Through use of IT, you can communicate with your different customers in different locations. You can imagine what happened to the business world when mobile phones were discovered. Initially, people used to use the traditional methods of communication. Now we call our customers. You can imagine previously you had to mail letters. Not every time that letter is able to reach your customer. So, ability to communicate with customer, that means we are able to integrate business processes. We are able to interact with clients quickly and clearly. through use of IT. Number two, there is the aspect of efficiency of operations. Businesses are able to make the production processes, the day-to-day activities of the business to be efficient. When we say they are efficient, it means they are done with minimum costs, and also they are free of mistakes. This saves on time, it also saves on money. Because of efficiency, we eliminate costs, we eliminate wastes, we make sure we are doing things the right way. Through technology also, it creates team dynamics with businesses because employees at different locations have better interactions. So even on the part of employees, there is better business culture, quality culture, and also another level of interactions, relationships among people. So this also contributes to growth of organizational culture in the workplace. There is also the aspect of security in integrating businesses, and through use of IT or information technology, security is well managed. Most businesses of the modern time are subject to security threats and vandalism. Technology can be used to protect financial data, also confidentiality and other information that might lead to competitive advantage. So we are saying here technology helps businesses to keep their ideas away from their competitors. This can be engaged through having computer with passwords so that such threats are minimized. Look at what is happening even in modern world. If you have, what do you call them? The cameras, you are able to know what happened. You are able to put in measures which will even put away physical insecurity from happening. So that way it contributes to being able sorry, to integrate business processes. You're able to use the system to do so much applications in the business. And the last way to do it is through aspect of research capability. And we are saying through use of technological capacity, businesses are able to research new opportunities. And if we are able to innovate new opportunities, we stay ahead of competition. We are able to survive, and also we are able to identify new markets, manage costs. At the end of the day, we are able to grow. We are able to be outstanding in the industry. That way, we are able to beat competition. We are able also to make our customers to be delighted. So those are the 4 functions, the 4 roles of IT when it comes to business process reengineering. We said it enables new processes, helps facilitate project management, it contributes to teamwork, and also helps to integrate business processes. Any question? Any question? Any question, clarification, suggestions, additions or subtractions? They are welcomed. Watu walilala? Yeah. No question? So I wish to stop at that level for today. Sorry that we started late. I think I have an issue with my machine. I will look at it after the class. Sorry that I wasn't able to make the presentation, but I had shared the notes. That is the good thing about it. You can go through the notes. I will also share small extract for the topic we were discussing lastly. I said on supply chain. Yeah. I also wish to thank Mr. Jordan Mulamba for being available throughout the class to assist us where we have challenges. Thank you so much, Mr. Mulamba. You can say something. Now these students don't want to say anything.
Okay, the lesson has been good. I've also
Okay.
learned something. Yes, I've also learned something.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll meet next week at same time.
All right.
Yeah.
So for the guys who are going for their Easter, I wish you blessed Easter holidays, but please remember to stay safe. Huh? The pandemic is still real and it is doing a lot of damage to our country. So let us still observe those COVID protocols so that we remain safe, we protect our loved ones. Other than that, I wish you a great day ahead. And thank you for being that patient that time we had those hiccups. I appreciate your patience. Thank you. Good day.